Today, I was going to talk about motivation, as to become a motivational speaker. My plan today was going to come in and clean the studio. I was going to prep the clay for production, prep clay for the videos we're going to be doing later in the week, and to get my thoughts together for this blog, because I was going to talk about motivation and then I was going to go on to clay bodies. That was my plan. My plan was to be organized, focused, and motivated. However, I came in here and I've been working on this dragon, and he's kind of fun, and I thought, well, I will just check a little bit. I just want to see how he's doing. And I noticed when he was under his plastic, his little horns were bent, and I thought, well, I should just fix his horns. And I didn't like his nose, and I thought his eyes needed changing. And so an hour later, I'm still playing with the dragon, and I didn't get to work. I didn't get motivated. I don't want to be motivated to make pots. I really don't want to be motivated to make pots. I've made a lot of pots this summer. I have been motivated. I've got in my little brain that since I've sold every mug I've ever made, I should make 18 gazillion mugs. I would sell every one of them and have a great big sack of money. That was the plan. So I made 18 gazillion mugs. Now, people say, how many is a lot of mugs? It's like, how much is a new car? I made quite a few mugs, and I guess for a lot of standards, it was a lot of mugs. And so I put them out there, and I only have a limited number of outlets. And you only can sell so many mugs in a limited number of outlets. So now I have, I sell consignment at 2 places, and they're up to the rafters in mugs. They will eventually sell. So now I say, okay, my customers are satisfied. I have had some commissions, which is a big word for production orders. And I have wholesale people, and they're ordered and filled and happy. And my consignment stores have mugs. So I got to say, now what? And this is where I'm going to tell you about Sally and Martha. Everybody has a yin and a yang, the good and the bad on the shoulder. I've named them. There's Sally and Martha. Now, Martha is a wonderful woman. She's very organized. She's very tidy. She always pays her bills on time. She has a wonderful work ethic, and she always gets the job done. And then there's Sally, is the yang to Martha's yin. And she is the kind of girl that says, if I pay all those bills, I won't have any money, and I don't want to go to work today. And she just doesn't, she'd rather play and make dragons than she would make mugs. I can't blame the girl. So now, Martha, so I say, now what? And Martha says, you know, now what we should do is we should get back into production, make lots of mugs, and get inventory for the Christmas market. And Sally says, Martha, it's August. We're not doing that today. So Martha says, you know what, Sally, okay, fine. If you won't do the Christmas market, there's online sales. You used to sell a lot online. You haven't sold online for years. Get your inventory up and get that moving. And Sally says, if I haven't sold online for years, what's a few more days? I don't want to. So now at this point, one, including me, might ask, what is this vlog about? I don't know for sure. I usually have a big tip. I usually come in and do a little yammer and then tell you something very pottery or clay related. I was going to talk about clay bodies. One little trauma I'm having, which we'll talk about later, is this is all the clay I have to finish my dragon. So he's not getting wings. That's why his rock is white, because I don't have enough clay. And I have enough to put his feet on when this is hard enough. But anyway, I've yammered on way too long, and I have to find out what it is I'm talking about. So I guess what I'm talking about today is what it feels like to be a potter. Not how to make pots, but how to take yourself into the studio with I need to go to work, I want to go to work, I have to go to work, I should go to work, and get all those together and get to work. I'll get motivated for work soon. But first of all, I'm going to play with my dragon for a while. I want to put some spikies here. I kind of like this. It reminds me of our dog. It's a long story. But I'm going to play with the dragon for a while. See, I'm no longer a production potter, so I do have the luxury of time. And it is a luxury because it used to be back in the day I had to make 18 gazillion pots every day. But I have the luxury of time, and luxury and time, it's all balance, I guess what I'm trying to say, is I have the time and the luxury to play with him. I have the orders and the luxury of having suppliers that need to be supplied, and it is a balance. And when I play with the dragon or the suns or the potheads or whatever I make, I never, or I very seldom sell those. I don't have an outlet for the fun part. And the fun part costs as much money and time and kiln and clay as 18 gazillion mugs. And so you always have to kind of make some money, but you always have to kind of feed the spirit. I started working with clay or playing with clay for fun. And then I turned it into a job, and the job is kind of fun. I mean, I would rather make mugs than work at a post office, per se. Anyway, it's all about balance. Today I'll try to balance. I'll balance production and fun and work and play and Sally and Martha. Anyway, we three girls are going to get together. I'm going to play with the dragon. I'm going to make some clay. And the three of us, Sally, Martha, and I, will make it a day.